Welcome, and thank you so much for clicking on my video. You guys, today I have to unfortunately keep it short and sweet, even though we do have some fantastic signal. Patreon members, you know, we were talking about the big signal that was very worrisome today. So I'm glad we were able to touch on it. But we have to keep this brief because my two dogs were able to break out while I was cleaning up some stuff of theirs, cleaning up their area and stuff like that. They broke out of the backyard for the first time at the new place. They've never broken out before. They've never gotten out before, so I'm a little bit worried. So I've been scouring the neighborhood in the heat for the last few hours. So I do apologize about the brief update that we will get. But I want to get through the SPY Qs, IWM, while my wife's out driving around with the kiddos looking for our two buddies. Okay, hopefully they're all right. A husky in this 95 to 100-degree weather is a little bit scary. So a little bit of worried there, but it'll all work out, right? It'll all work out. But the daily chart, remember this cross down with the lower high confirmation over here. That immediately made us look over at volatility on the daily and see that that was confirmed with divergence as well. So right now we know that correction is definitely on the table, and there was a crazy signal from the VIX here that actually, I believe, tried to confirm at the end of the day, and we saw something a little bit funky in its expiration. You always see those funky things. So let's get you guys daily expected moves for the SPY. 754.98 to the upside, 739.84 to the downside. We noticed that on the 2-hour chart, we were able to curl up. What have we been saying about the 2-hour chart based on if it curls up? Well, if it curls up, we don't want to necessarily be, too bearish, even though the Qs, when we talk about that, that'll be a little bit different. But overall, the 2-hour chart was in negative territory. Was able to stay down there pretty far, so we're kind of in that uncomfortable spot. We're in that uncomfortable spot where if you do curl up, there's always a shot that this could be some kind of wonky higher low, and you can see that squeeze through. But if we do not see a squeeze through, we know that the volatility signals are there. We know that the SPY macro signals confirm. So we suggested that if you don't see any kind of great buying that leads to a new high, that can say we're actually continuing this party to the upside, you may just come up into these type of areas and roll on that 2-hour chart. So if you see the 2-hour cross down, that is a pretty good indication that you are going to test the low and go make a new one, and then you will be open to the weekly expected move by Friday. And volatility signals, one to pay attention to. The 30-minute chart is the interesting one here. For the SPY, the 30-minute chart for the VIX is going to be completely different here, but we are going to still talk about the SPY individually. That's right. We're going to consider the signals here and just say, okay, if I, for whatever reason, maybe I took volatility signals, maybe I think that that is going to confirm to the downside, so maybe I took a put position by the end of the day. Well, what would make that go wrong is if the 30-minute is able to curl up while it is still near that center line. So if we're still seeing some kind of higher low here for the 30-minute, even if we dip into negative territory and you're able to curl up while making a higher low, that would kind of be like, hey, this could be a trick and trap. So we will monitor that and we will talk about that. And if we see it, we will post it over to Patreon for the next couple of days. So this is the main thing we want to watch for. If the 30 minutes able to curl up into positive territory or carve out a higher low of some sort, then we may have a little bit more time to reach up higher. We may even go into some kind of squeeze and flip this thing around. But as of right now, I have to talk about the SPY individually. Stick around for volatility. You're going to want to see that, okay? The Qs here on the 30-minute chart, you can see are clearly in positive territory, but man, oh man, we see it. We see the implied volatility increase dramatically for the Qs. This makes sense with earnings and things like that coming out tonight. 718.44 to the upside, 692.26 to the downside. Once again, if we're able to make some kind of 30-minute higher low, this party does not have to completely stop. But if we turn the 2-hour chart down, we are blatantly negative. Remember, the Qs were so negative here that saying that we were going to go make new highs, we're going to break through, we would really have to see a pretty solid squeeze. We still can see that, so we're watching the 30-minute chart, but we got to take out some critical levels. We got to create some pretty good shapes in here to head to the upside. So as of right now, what's the more likely thing? What would be the simpler thing? Not necessarily more likely. We'll look at the volatility confirmations because this has not confirmed down yet. We can't really say more probable, more likely. What we would consider here is If the 2 hour is able to fully cross down, test a low, potentially even go make a new one, you see your weekly move at 673.01. Very, very interesting that it's there, because if you came down to there, I don't think you'd have a divergence point set anymore. If you make a divergence down here, we'll look for tricks and traps, but overall, this just means if this 30-minute MACD does roll, then we're testing low. We're potentially even going to make a new one, and that would open the door to the bottom side weekly expected move. And we'll watch for tricks and traps. We always watch for tricks and traps around that yellow line if you've been here for a while. We do see IWM here able to confirm the 2 hour chart, but on the end of the day, not necessarily the best confirmation because this is only a 30-minute bar. We try to make that known if you're going to use 2 hour charts. 296.88 to the upside, 290.70 to the downside. What's a good violation of the trade here? Well, if the 2 hour chart just flips right back up, then you have some more time. If the 30-minute chart, you can actually watch this a little closer. If the 30-minute chart's able to curl up right away in the morning, it would suggest testing the high, making a new one. It would suggest a higher low. So that would be saying that we could continue the bullish party for just a little bit of time, but we'll have to watch out for more of those things as we switch into volatility. Volatility, crazy, crazy thing going on right here. This was absolutely wild. I actually saw this in the options data, weirdly enough. We were about to confirm this in dramatic fashion, and then it completely gets clamped down on. So what kind of fishiness does this mean? I don't know, but I was looking for any signal that would suggest that the 2 hour can curl up while it's by that center line, and we have a signal formed right here in front of us. We actually see that on the MACD, we have a 30-minute divergence. On the RSI, we have that same divergence as well. If that confirms, that is a reversal signal saying, yeah, we're heading down, but the momentum's getting weak. Are we going to confirm this in the morning? Are we going to confirm this overnight? Is earnings going to save the market or turn the market into the corrective mode completely here? Because as the 2 hour is in a positive trend, if we continue that positive trend, the daily chart doesn't have to cross down. You remember that correction will be on the table, at least to some degree, until we see the daily chart completely collapse over here. We have to see the daily chart completely collapse. We don't want to see it tap into here and bounce off, create some kind of wonky divergence in the near term. Overall, right now, you have the correction signal still standing. We went over a few ways of how that could be violated. But as of right now, going into tomorrow, you do have a 30-minute divergence right here on the MACD, on the RSI, all at the same time. That suggests that with confirmation possibly in the morning or overnight, considering volatility will start giving you some readings towards like 2 a.m. Central Time. That means that we could be confirming the signal and the SPY could be heading in the downward direction. Right away, we see that the futures or the post market, that is overall heading in the downward direction. This is fine. Once again, we're still paying attention to what is going on, right? What is going on here is if we come down into this area and then we curl back to the upside, that will be a higher low. If we curl up right away in the morning, that could be considered a higher low, and you might head to your daily expected move of 754.98. But if volatility is going to get it right, then volatility is suggesting that tomorrow, the 2 hour chart, as far as momentum goes on volatility, the 2 hour chart can confirm down, and we can head down to 739.84. If you want the second standard deviation, I will give that to you right now. The second standard deviation for the SPY is pretty close to 730, right? Pretty close to this weekly expected move. Your second standard deviation is your 95% zone, and that is sitting right about here, right at about 732.27. So you notice if we got major disruption, this would be the very likely area. If we got a surprise, then this would be the very likely area we start to get some kind of 30-minute bounce. So I just wanted to make that aware to you since you were nice enough to watch the end of the video. Guys, there's plenty of material down there if you're interested in learning, down there in the description. If you're interested in a little bit of updates when things look important enough to update you about, that's what we put over on Patreon. We also give you daily expected moves on Fridays for all these and weekly, monthly moves and everything like that if you're interested. So check that stuff out. But overall, guys, I got to go look for my pups. So I hope that you guys have a better day than I'm having right now. I hope you guys have a fantastic one. And maybe this encourages you to go give your little dog in your house a little pat on the head. All right. Thank you guys so much and have a great rest of your day. Peace out.